5 whiskey challenge. What's that all about? Yes, I've done it before. I've been nominated again. I've done it the last couple of years. I'm sure I've done it a couple of times. I mean, I've definitely done it once. Need to go back and check. But I've been nominated this time. I've been nominated by Gav's Drams, my mate Gav. Guys, if you've not checked out Gav's Drams, please pop in, have a look, give him a quick sub. He's doing great whiskies at the minute. Lots of Springbanks, lots of Cadenheads, lots of wonderful, wonderful whiskies. Dive over, give him a quick sub. While you're there, just drop him a wee note and let him know that Alan sent you. So yes, so cheers Gav. So yes, I'm going to do my best, guys. I'm going to try and make this super, super quick. 5 whiskies. The criteria is go-to whiskey, impress your guest whiskey, mixer whiskey, Friday night dram whiskey, and occasion whiskey, special occasion whiskey. So I'm going to whiz through these quite quick, guys. If you look behind me, guys, it could be any of these could be go-to whiskies, could be impress your guest whiskies, could be special occasion whiskies. There's not many behind me here who could be mixer whiskies, so that was the one I struggled with the most, but I think I've come up with something for it. So anyway, guys, the first one on the list is go-to whiskey. That was a tough one because it could have been. There's a lot of whiskies it could have been. There's a lot of go-to whiskies that I have. Could have been a Glencadam 10 up here. Could have been a Kilkerran 12. Could have been a Glenfarclas 12. Could have been a Loch Lomond 12. Could have been a Boona 12. So there's lots and lots of whiskies. I have watched a few of the videos that have been made, and a lot of them have been taken. So I thought I'd come up with something else, and it gives me the opportunity because it's a whiskey that I do sip on quite a lot. Responsibly, of course. It's been with me since the very, very beginning. I think it was one of my very, very first 5 videos. It was definitely in the top 5 videos. The first 5 videos I ever did. And it's been with me ever since. So, and I want to give some props to this distillery because I think the distillery deserves it. I call it the Springbank of Speyside. So that may give you a bit of a clue. So I'm heading over to Ben Romack. So this is the first one on my list, guys. It's the Ben Romack 10, 43% ABV. Yes, it's a wee bit lower. For me, it doesn't drink 43%. I think all Ben Romacks, for me, with his gas-fired stills, I think they come in a wee bit higher. Absolutely. And again, for the cloudiness, it's super cloudy. So if there's any chill filtration going on there, then it's very, very minimal. So yeah, so that would be the first one. Price-wise, it's beautiful whiskey. It's quality whiskey. It's £30 to £35. I think I wouldn't be surprised if sometimes you could pick up for a wee bit less than that. If you see it for around about that price, guys, it's an absolute no-brainer. So yes, the first one on the list, the kind of go-to whiskey, Ben Romack 10. Second one on the list would be the impress your guests. So yes, I'm going to try and impress my guests because I've got something here from the Springbank Distillery which would probably impress a lot of people because you tend not to see many of these open. So yes, I'm heading to Longrow. So I'm going to the Longrow 18. This is the 2022 version of the Longrow 18. This is 100% sherry. Absolutely wonderful. 46%. This one definitely is non-chill filtered and natural colour. But yeah, the 100% sherry just swung it for me. I think there's a lot of sherry be coming out of the Springbank distilleries this year. I think the 15-year-old is coming out is 100% sherry. And I think the 18 Springbank as well, maybe predominantly sherry. So yeah, so that would be my impress my guest. Number 2 on the list would be a Longrow 18. Number 3 on the list would be mixer. This is the one I had the toughest problems with. I don't tend to do mixing whiskey. I tend not to do cocktails. I'm not a fan of cocktails. So I've come up with something. I've noticed some of the other channels have done it, and it works right up my street. I wouldn't like to mix any of these whiskies and put any Coca-Cola in them or lemonade or anything like that. So with this, what I've come up with, I'm going to go over to Kentucky. So I'm going to go to the Knob Creek small batch, nice and cheap, £30, round about there. The reason why I've gone for this is it's got a nice ABV, 50% ABV. So whatever I mix it with is going to give it a little bit of kick anyway. I can chuck anything in that. I can chuck ice in it. I can chuck Coke in it. I can chuck lemonade in it. Not that fussed. I tend not to do it very often, so just for this video That would be my mixer, would be a Knob Creek, but it could be any of these. It could be a bit of Buffalo Trace, it could be a bit of Eagle Rare, it could be, where are we, there's quite a few bourbons in there that I could use. But I'm going to, for this purpose of this one, guys, I'm going to go with a Knob Creek. So the mixer would be my Knob Creek small batch. Moving on to the Friday night dram. This is a whiskey that I only got engaged with about six months ago maybe. We're heading back to Speyside. We're heading up to the Craigellachie distillery. Warm tub whiskey, complex whiskey, thick, creamy, buttery, fruity, all that jazz, complex, engaging. Wow. And again, this is not going to break the bank. It's a Craigellachie 13. You can pick this round about the 50 to 60 pounds, probably near the mid 50 range, 55, comfortably. If you're lucky enough to pick up on an offer, then again it's a no-brainer. Again, look, the colour, it's all cloudy and super D. If you hang on to the end, guys, I've got a whiskey in my glass. You probably notice I've got one in my glass, but it isn't one of these. I'm going to try and sneak a sixth one in. It's like the whiskey friend, always have to be a wee bit greedy and try and nick a sixth one in. So if you can hang on to the end, that'd be great. So we're heading over now to the special occasion whiskey. That could have been anything. It could have been a Glengoyne 25. It could have been a teapot dram. It could have been. There's lots and lots of special whiskies that I could have used. I'm going to use this one because for me it is one of the best ones I've had this year. So I'd love to share this one with you. And it may not be as spectacular as some of the other guys have done, but look at that colour. I'm going to go for Arran. Arran's one of my first loves. It's the first distillery I ever visited. There's always plenty of Arran kicking around on the shelves. This is the Arran 18, but look at that spectacular colour. This is a real sherry bomb. 46% ABV. I think that's just came back available again for the 18. I don't think it's quite as dark as this one. But yeah, that would be my special occasion whiskies, guys. So those are my 5. It's dead easy to pick 5. I could have picked any of these 5, guys, but purely for the purposes of this video, I'm going to go with these 5. I do have a 6th one in my glass, which I'm looking forward to having a wee sip on. Again, beautiful. So fruity. And it's a Speyside. And I have reviewed this as well, so I will try and pop a link to this one as well. So yes, we're heading back to Speyside. It's the older sibling. It's the Craigellachie 17. Came across this one again. Look at that, wonderful. As you can see, guys, I'm getting through these beautifully. Craigellachie 17. Yes, Diffins Rust, guys. It's a little bit more expensive. Is it worth getting one of these or getting 2 of these? It's up for debate. If I had the money and I wanted to spend around about... I picked this up on offer, guys, that's why I've got this one, but now that I've had it, it's around about £100 mark. If I had a spare £100 kicking around and this got to the bottom and I needed to replace it, then yes, I definitely would replace it. So yes, so that's my 5 whiskies plus another. I think I have to nominate somebody. I have to send the list on. I'm not too sure who's done it. I know lots of people have done it. I'm going to try and nominate a couple just in case the first one has done it. I've got somebody I'd really love to see doing it. I'd love to see both of these channels doing it. So I'm going to nominate the Malt Muser, Eric, over there in the States. So I don't know if you've done it or not, Eric, but if you can take the time, dive in, check it out. I've watched that many people doing it, so I've lost track of who's done it and who's not done it. So I'm going to know first channel is the Malt Muser. Somebody that I definitely think hasn't done it, but I'd love to see them do it, is Top Shelf Whiskey. So I'd love to see the lads over there at Top Shelf Whiskey dive in, tackle that. I'd be really, really intrigued to see what their 5 would be. That would be so interesting. So I hope these guys can rise to the bait and take the challenge. So yes, so that's pretty much for me with this one, guys. I'm trying to make this super quick, not to mess around. I'm Alan, I'm the Whiskey Friend. Until the next one, as always, pleasures in the sharing. And do the hatch responsibly, of course. Cheers, folks.